Hello friends, welcome to today's class. In today's class, I'm going to show you how you can be able to answer this question. Now the question is asking us to differentiate the following function with respect to x. So the first one we have x raised to the power of 4 times minus x raised to the power of 3. And then the second one is x raised to the power of 3 minus 3x. So how do you differentiate this function? Before you do that, there's something very important I want you to know. Always take note of this rule of differentiation. This is called the power rule. The rule says that if you have y is equals to x raised to the power of n, then they divide, if you differentiate that function, which is dy dx, is equal to nx raised to the power of n minus 1. So what this law is trying to say is that if you have a function given as y is equals to x raised to the power of n, and you are asked to differentiate, what you will just do is that you will bring down the power. This n represents the power. You bring down the power, okay, then write that x as it is, then subtract 1 from their power. So that's the rule. Okay, now let's solve this question using this rule. So first thing, let's also write our solution. That is the most important thing. So we are given that x raised to the power of 4 minus x raised to the power of 3. So to differentiate this one using this rule, now that means we are going to bring the power down. Okay, so the power is 4, so you write 4. Then we write what? X. This is x, so we write x. Then we are going to subtract 1 from the power, so that means this will become 4 minus 1. Is that clear? Minus, we write this minus. Here also we have x raised to the power of 3, so we are going to bring down the power, which is 3. So we'll bring down 3, then we'll write x as it is. Then we'll write 3, we'll also subtract 1 from the 3. So if we do the subtraction, this is going to become 4x, 4 minus 1, that is 3, minus 3x, then 3 minus 1, that is 2. So this is the answer to this question. Alright, now let's solve the b part. The b part is we are given that x raised to the power of 3 minus 3x. So how do you differentiate this? You also do the same thing as we did here. So this is going to become x. Differentiating x to the power of 3, we will bring down the power, which is 3. Then write x, then subtract 1 from the power. Okay? Then we write minus. Now here we have 3x. So remember, this x is like x raised to the power of 1, because there is no any power here. So this x is just to the power of 1. So if you bring down your 1, assuming there is 1, so by the time we bring 1 times 3 is still going to give us 3, so it doesn't change this anything. Okay, then we'll write the x, because this x is like x raised to the power of 1, so we will write that 1 here. Then just like the way we did here, when we minus 1, we will also minus 1 from the power. So this will now become 3 minus 1, that is 2, so 3x squared minus, here we'll have 3x. Now 1 minus 1 is going to give you 0, isn't it? So this becomes 3x raised to the power of 0. So but then this is actually going to become, so we have 3x to the power of 2 minus, now anytime you have something raised to the power of 0, the answer is always 1. So this x raised to the power of 0 is going to become 1. So 1 times 3 is going to be 3. So this is going to become our final answer for this one.